It gives me immense pleasure to interview Ameena Saiyid, who is in London this evening from Pakistan, and she was the center of attraction and a chief guest for a wonderful organization called Wikinoon organization that is a non-governmental organization that brings Pakistani talent to United Kingdom and helping them and sponsoring them for various forms of scholarships in the educational system. As I said before, I'm extremely impressed and fascinated by your journey that started quite a few decades ago, and you continued with your passion to promote in what you believe. What do you see the intellectual atmosphere of Pakistan now?
Well, I think it's been very dynamic, and also I would say to some extent volatile. But it continues to be dynamic. I think the volatility has increased a little bit. But I think it's been, I think there's still a lot of excitement and freedom, and people are certainly talking about whatever they feel and think.
Okay, that's heartening to know. I was impressed by the number of the young Pakistanis here, and I think that is always a beacon of hope. Do you think more Pakistanis are applying for the sponsorship to come to study in the UK?
Well, absolutely. I mean, I think it's a dream of every Pakistani to study at some of the best universities here, like LSE, SOAS, Oxford, Cambridge. Although, having said that, of course, it's very expensive and it's not easily affordable, which is why we at the Wikinoon Education Foundation give scholarships to students from Pakistan to come and study at Oxford and Cambridge. And Wikinoon Education Foundation has, this is the 30th year, this year. And we have a lot of alumni. You must have heard the 3 young women who spoke today. And there are hundreds in Pakistan. And we hope that all these people will, we want to create a group of all the alumni so that we can have meetings with them and invite them to our events, such as the event today.
Considering Pakistan has been under dictatorial rule for a very long time, and there always have been questions about the freedom of thought and expression, did you have any personal experience of being curtailed, especially as an advocate of a free thought and as a woman?
Well, as you know, as I said in my talk today, I could just give a handful of examples over the last 35 years that I've been publishing books. And I feel that I have been publishing freely. And it's not occasionally when there have been issues, but again, as I said, that a handful, they have been, they've come from official and non-official sources. So I feel I've had a very exciting time as a publisher, because I feel that I've had a lot of freedom, and that continues.
Okay, well, that's really positive note, I have to say. We have seen some of the books that you have published or you mentioned, and they are really iconoclastic, basically books that have really shaken the society and the grip of status quo. Have you translated this great work in Urdu?
Well, I have translated quite a lot into Urdu, and similarly, I have translated books into English. For example, all our major poets, Kishore Nahid, Zahra Nigah, Iftikhar Arif, I have translated all of them into English because I feel that they need to be introduced to the Western audience, which, as I had said, was not the case with Quratullah and Heather because her books are not translated. So she actually remained unknown, whereas she was one of the best writers in India and Pakistan. So absolutely, I strongly support translation. Of course, mine is a new company and our resources are limited, but I hope that we will be able to translate them as soon as we can actually have the enough resources for that.
Okay, excellent. Because it is the transfer of thoughts and the new ideas from one nation to another, that is what actually not only encourages any geography, but also brings prosperity. And there's a lot of work happening in Pakistan, you rightly said. Do you see that with this internet and with this social media coming up, and we already earlier we talked about the piracy, do you think the sales of the books in Pakistan is going down, or is it
On
still
the contrary, I think that we actually get to promote our books through social media. So in a way, they're not going down. As soon as a book is published, we promote it on all social media, whether it's Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. So actually, it's benefiting us.
Okay, that's again very good to know. I know that you have organized Pakistan Literary Festival, and I attended, and it was a very successful event. Do you have plans to promote this kind of concept in the various parts of the world?
Well, actually, I would love to do it in New York, and if we can get somebody to support us, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
But I think beyond London and New York, I feel that we will not be able to do it because I've realized how much work is required. So, and I have a full-time commitment as a publisher. But, there are other people who are doing it. And I hope others, we have actually created a model. When we organized the Karachi Literature Festival, the first literature festival in Pakistan, and now they're being held all over the country because it's a model that has been taken to scale by other people. If I had said that only I will do it, I wouldn't have been able to do this.
It's a movement. It appears to me it's a movement, and I think your heart is in it because you want to promote that freedom and you want everybody to be literate and to know what's going on. So thank you very, very much for your time. I know that you are very busy, and I'm exceedingly thankful to you for giving us this time. So audience, we are so lucky that we stole just a few minutes from Ameena Saiyid, who is a pride of Pakistan, who kindly gave us this time. And again, I say the nation that reads books definitely goes far ahead than the rest. It will take the poverty out of the system, it will give you new ideas, and it will bring freedom. So please read books and follow Ameena Saiyid. Thank you.